I'm Kelli Koski. I am a recruiter at Atlas MedStaff, and I've been here since March of 2019. Kimber and I had been talking back and forth for a few months, just getting to know her and trying to, talk to her a little bit about Atlas. And she was canceled from an assignment with another agency in, I guess, early March. And she reached out to me and asked me if I would help her. And we found an assignment in New York City. So the week she got there, she showed up for her orientation and she was asking where the peds department was. And they looked at her and they said, "We've moved the peds. This is going to be an adult med-surg COVID unit." And she was obviously very upset, reached out to me. We kind of, we talked through it. It took her a few days and she said, "You know what? I think I'm going to do this." She's had the adult experience. So she said, "I'm going to challenge myself to do this, to take this job and see what happens." So probably about a week into it, she called me so excited and she said, "They are moving me to the NICU." And she said, I can't believe this. It's wonderful. It's great. It's exactly, where I want to be. I want to go back, and be with the babies." So she was really happy there. And then again, about 3 weeks after that, she called me and she said, "Hey, they just asked me if I would extend, but they want to move me to peds." So she's now come full circle from where she started, where we originally got her a peds assignment. It ended up not being anything that she had signed up for, but she was so flexible. She said, "You know what? This is a job. I'm needed here. I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to see if I can do this." And she did it, and she did great. And I told her that the reason she got that extension is because of how she went in there and her abilities and what an incredible nurse she is. Kimber's amazing. She is a hard worker. She loves what she does. She's very, very passionate about working with her patients and their families. And, even when she was on that med-surg unit, it wasn't where she ever thought she would be, but she went in there every day and worked her hardest and did her best and gave 100%. So she's incredible to work with.
So I'm Kim or Kimber. I don't know. I go by a lot of names. And my specialty is normally pediatric, just like acute care peds. And I've been traveling, I guess it's been like 2.5-ish years now. I've always heard about it, even in like nursing school. And it's like, I'm definitely like, my mom calls me a vagabond. I like going places. I can't really stay home. I'm really bad at doing that. So it just sounded like a cool opportunity. And, I had student loans and stuff that I needed help with. So I definitely wanted to like go out to the West Coast because I've been an East Coast girl my entire life. And I was like, oh, perfect. This is a reason to go out to California and Arizona and wherever else I've been. So it was originally just supposed to be a pediatric floor. And I get there and the 17th floor of Harlem Hospital Center where I'm working is the pediatric PICU like floor normally. And then they're like, "Oh, well, we put you on the 17th floor because we know you do pediatrics. However, it's all COVID patients right now." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And I just kind of like went with it because, my God, I need a job. I need health insurance. So I was like, let's just do it. So I got here. It was like the week of April 13th, which is when it was like spiking here in New York. I guess the next week it's funny because the director of nursing is the one who's been in contact with me, which I've never had that, and she just texts me and goes like, "Yeah, so we closed the 17th floor because, we discharge those patients or they're dead, unfortunately. Can you go to the NICU?" And I was like, oh my gosh, I would love to. And so I have been in the NICU since then, and I'm learning a lot. I've never been like a full-time NICU nurse. I've only been floated there a lot. So this is a really cool experience for me. And I've been really enjoying it, actually. Kelli's been great. She seriously just makes me feel very like trusting. We have a very trusting relationship. I'll text her at like weird hours of the night, like back when like things are bad, and she would answer right away. She's just, I don't know, she's like a very, very reassuring recruiter, and I can just tell she actually like cares, unlike other recruiters I've been with in the past. But she's just been like absolutely wonderful, and I am so glad I'm finally working with her. I really have always wanted to go to like Alaska. I think that would be so cool. I was planning on coming back to the East Coast this summer just because I'd been gone for like 2 years, and I'm from Pennsylvania, so like my mom's like stoked that I'm here because she's only like an hour and a half away from here. But just like either like somewhere in Pennsylvania or otherwise California. I was in Bakersfield most of this winter, and I loved it. As weird, and people like have mixed feelings about Bakersfield, but I actually really enjoyed that hospital I was at. And they told me, they're like, you can definitely come back here next winter if like you want. So I might do that too. I don't know. There's so many options. Or maybe I'll come to Omaha. Who knows?